Welcome to the Old Time Radio Superman Show. You can email me your thoughts on today's program at adam@adamsweb.us. Visit the blog where show notes will be posted at lasersword.adamsweb.us. Well, on last Wednesday's episode, the Wolfe and Keno made their escape from prison. Superman did everything he could to stop him, but in the end, he got some intermediate-term victories. But the big goal of Wolfe and Keno escaping was pretty well accomplished. So that's the nice thing about these serials. You can allow the villains to have an intermediate-term victory, whereas if you're doing, say, a show where it's supposed to be resolved within the whole half hour, generally the villains have got to lose immediately, so it makes for a little bit more interesting storytelling. But if you recall from a couple episodes ago, the Wolfe wasn't all too happy with his boss, the Yellow Mask. The Wolfe was the first villain we saw in the series, blowing up and terrorizing the Western rails. And we were later introduced to the Yellow Mask. The Wolfe is of the opinion that the Yellow Mask has let him rot in jail too long. So they're going to meet up, and we'll see how that's going to work out. As we get started here, I do want to let you know, encourage you, particularly if you enjoy serial fiction, to please check out Laser and Sword magazine. It's the one that I've written, and I thought it made a great tie-in to this series, because Laser and Sword features serial short fictions with characters that you're sure to love, and with stories that continue on from week to week. So you've got something to look forward to, and it leaves you on your edge of your seat, just like Superman did in its day. And so you can pick up, actually go to lasersword.adamsweb.us and get your copy free for downloading. Just click on the panel. We're working on the next episode of that. Next issue will be coming out in April. And if you've got any questions on that, certainly feel free to email me at that same address. And please cast your votes for the Old Time Radio Superman show at Podcast Alley. Just put Old Time Radio Superman, and we will come up as one of the top results. So your votes are appreciated, and it helps more people listen to the program. All right, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's episode, Wolfe versus the Yellow Mask.
Presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Superman!
And now, Superman. Faster than an airplane, stronger than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, champion of the weak and the oppressed, tireless fighter for truth and justice. When we last saw him, Superman had just rescued Lois Lane from a gang of convicts at San Miguel prison, only to learn at the last minute that the two leaders of the riot, Keno and the Wolfe, have made good their escape in the confusion. Alarms ring and sirens wail, but the two fugitives are nowhere to be seen. Kent and Lois return home, bringing their story of the riot, and by a curious coincidence, the Wolfe and Keno arrive in the same city at about the same time. Following instructions, they make their way to the underground hideout of the Yellow Mask. Listen.
Now listen, boss. You sure you know where you're going? Certainly, Keno. Although why we were told to take this roundabout way, I'm sure I can't tell you.
Leave that to the mask, boss. He knows what he's doing.
Indeed, Keno. Then perhaps you can explain why he left us so long in that confounded jail.
Now, he knows what he's doing,
He
boss.
should never have let us go to jail at all.
Well, how could he help it? That guy Kent, the reporter.
It's his business to help it. He made fools of us.
Better not let him hear you say that, boss.
He'll hear me say more than that when I find him. Stop where you are. We've arrived.
Well, I don't see nothing. This is just a blank wall.
Watch, Keno. There. Keep looking, Keno. Look right at the wall.
Gee, it's a door. Open up right in the rock.
Inside, quick. And just in time, too. There's a police car not far off.
Hey, you think they're looking for us?
Possibly, but they'll never find us. Stand back, Keno, while the door closes.
Hey, it's pitch black. I can't see where I am.
It's a passage. Just walk straight ahead.
Is this where we'll find the mask?
I hope so, Keno. And when I do find him, there'll be a settlement which is quite a bit overdue.
Hey, boss, now think what you're saying.
Keno, I've made up my mind. The mask has run things far too long. It's my turn now.
Now, you can't say that.
But I do say it. Why should I take second place? I'll run things myself. From now on, there's not room for both of us.
As to that, my friend, I entirely agree with you.
It's him. The mask.
Turn on the lights. In the house of the mask, my friend, be careful what you say.
Very well, Mask. You heard me. It's either you or I. And since I happen to have a pistol here in my pocket...
So, you brought a pistol, Wolfe. This is the last time you'll stand in the way of high voltage. That finishes the Wolfe. Keno, I think I heard you use the term boss. You will remember after this to whom it applies.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. What did you want to see us about?
Plans, Keno. Great plans, in which you should have a share. Plans that concern millions of dollars and thousands of lives. Stand quietly where you are, Keno, and listen.
And almost at the same time that the Yellow Mask tells Keno of his plans, Editor Perry White of the Daily Planet speaks to Clark Kent and Lois Lane of a new assignment.
Hello there, Lois. Come in. Close the door.
Did you want to see both of us, Mr. White?
I certainly did. You made out so well on that prison break that I'm going to send you and Kent out again.
Oh, gee, that's great, Mr. White.
I'm sure Mr. Kent could cover it much better alone.
Well, you're going along, Lois, so sit down and listen. Have either of you heard what's going on in Dyersville?
I haven't heard a thing about anything.
I have, Chief.
Oh, the human encyclopedia. He knows about everything.
Do you know where Dyersville is, Lois?
Only more or less, Mr. White.
Well, it's up in the hills. Flourishing little city of about 30,000. And since about 2 weeks ago, they've been calling it the Jinx Town.
The Jinx Town.
All those accidents. Is that why, Mr. White?
Well, first they thought it was funny, and then it got serious. Now they don't know what to think.
Why, what happened?
Curious, unbelievable accidents. Nothing very striking at first, just all the radio sets went out of whack.
All at once?
All at once. And then the telephones.
Say, that might have been serious.
It was, Kent. Then 2 days ago, although there hadn't been any rains, the town was flooded.
Flooded?
3 feet deep in water. Without any warning at all, the Jefferson River went over its banks and mighty near drowned them all out.
Mr. White, anything else?
That was 2 days ago, Kent. Yesterday, all the electric power in the city went off. And today, they were rocked by a series of earthquakes.
Earthquakes?
What, in this section of the country?
Well, heavy explosions far underground, and they don't know what to make of it. People are excited, naturally, and now they're just a little bit afraid.
Well, do you blame them?
Asking themselves what's behind all this.
And that's where you're sending me and Kent, Mr. White.
If you're sure you don't mind, Lois.
Well, I'd feel safer with a more adequate escort.
Oh, gosh, Miss Lane, I'll do the best I can to keep you out of trouble.
Thank you, Mr. Kent. I'm usually able to do that much for myself. When do we leave, Mr. White?
As soon as you can. Get an advance from the cashier and hire a car.
A car?
What's the matter with the train?
I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Mr. White, what do you mean?
There's something back of this, Lois. I don't understand it. All these things aren't accidents.
Mr. White, you think they're intended?
I don't know, Kent. But if they are, well, I'd rather have you in a car than on a train heading into Dyersville. Come along. I'll see you as far as the cashier.
Yes, this is the Yellow Mask. This is A15 reporting from the Daily Planet office. Go on, A15. Reporter Clark Kent and the feature writer Lois Lane will arrive in Dyersville by automobile this evening. That is all.
Well, are you sure you know which way you're going, Mr. Kent?
Look, Lois, couldn't you call me Clark?
Sorry, for some reason I seem to prefer Mr. Kent, and I also prefer Miss Lane.
All right, Miss Lane.
As I was saying, are you sure you're on the right road?
Positive. There was a route sign back away to Dyersville.
Then aren't we almost there? What time is it?
Too dark to see. Mind turning on the dome light? Thanks. It's 11:30.
Look out, there's a car coming.
Oh, I see it.
Look out, he's coming straight at us.
What?
Mr. Kent!
The idiot, he almost put us in the ditch. Driving like a maniac, too. What's the matter?
Nothing, Mr. Kent. Was there anything strange about that car?
Strange? How do you mean?
I thought... Well, of course I didn't get a very good look at it, but I thought I'd seen it before.
Not me.
I thought it passed us a while ago going the other way.
What would he be doing that for? Oh, look here, Lois. I mean, Miss Lane. You're tired and upset.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, I say you are. Now think about something else. How about switching on the radio, huh?
Thanks, I'd rather not.
Oh, come on. At least we'll get the late news.
Must you hear the news?
Well, why not? Give it a chance to warm up first. Look, Miss Lane. They're ahead. That's Dyersville.
Down there over the river?
Uh-huh. That's the Jefferson. We crossed the toll bridge, and then we're in Dyersville. Nothing doing on the radio?
I really don't know. Maybe it's broken.
Huh, lights up all right.
Look out. There's a car coming up behind us.
Yeah, and coming fast, too.
Mr. Kent, be careful. He's not turning out. Look out!
Why, the crazy idiot.
Mr. Kent, it was the same car.
You're right. Wait till I get his number. Hang on.
What's that?
The radio. I'm going to catch that fellow if it's the last thing I do.
Go back, Mr. Kent.
What?
Go back. Go back. Go back.
Mr. Kent, that voice. Where does it come
The
from?
radio. That's not possible. Someone called me by name.
Go back, Mr. Kent. Go back. Go back. Go back.
That car. That's where it comes from. There's a radio transmitter in that car. Now I've got to catch him.
Right ahead. There's the bridge.
Bridge or no bridge, I'm going to catch that car. Hang on, Lois.
It's gone, Mr. Kent. There's not a sign of it.
Well, there must be. It can't have vanished.
Mr. Kent, be careful. The toll bridge. There's a man there and the bars are down. Look out, we're going right through them. Did you have to go so fast? Just look what you've done to the gates. Lucky if they don't take away your license.
Hey, why do you think you're going? Can't you see the lights?
I'm sorry, officer.
You
Really,
bet you'll be sorry. Let me see your license, young fella. As here's a toll bridge, not a speedway.
I'll pay the toll.
I hope to tell you you'll pay the toll. And you'll pay for them gates, too. And about $50 for reckless driving.
No, it wasn't reckless driving, officer. I was chasing that car ahead, and I just
What
had
car? What car ahead? You're the only car on this bridge in the last half hour.
I tell you, there was a car. I saw it.
Keep on, and you'll see pink elephants and green elephants.
All right. How much is the toll?
Never you mind the toll. That's the least of your worries.
The bridge. It's shaking. What's the matter?
The bridge. It's another quake. Run! Run!
Got to save the bridge and save Lois. Not much time. Good thing it's dark. They couldn't see Clark Kent change into Superman. If I can get down underneath it, down on the piers. Quick. It's going. Matter of seconds. Down. Down!
Down through the darkness, Superman plummets like an arrow, while the great structure of struts and cables sways and groans above the river, while the car containing Lois Lane slips, halts, and slips again nearer to the sudden brink that yawns suddenly where a moment before was solid pavement. Can the man of steel save the bridge of steel? Or have matters already gone beyond the power of even his incalculable strength? And whose was the voice on the radio? And what terrible fate hangs over the town of Dyersville? Tune in next time and follow the story. And remember, be sure to tune in the next thrilling installment of the amazing transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.
All right, welcome back. I was listening to the show and I found a slight inconsistency. When Superman, when Clark Kent's in there, he has Lois turn on the dome light so he can see his watch. Now this could be played as an attempt by Clark Kent to throw off suspicion, but Superman does not need a dome light to see his watch. But that's one of the challenges, I think, of writing a series like Superman. Because you and I, we're driving the car, we want to see the watch, we got to turn on the dome light or turn on some other light to be able to see what time it is. Of course, with Superman, it's not that way, but getting into that type of mode of thinking and staying there, I think has got to be pretty hard, particularly on a logical mind that, well, no, this is Superman. He doesn't need a dome light. And I love the subtlety of the Yellow Mask. Go back, Mr. Kent. Go back, Mr. Kent. And it was a rhythmic cadence to it. You'd almost think, wow, this is a weird new a cappella song on the top 40. Very interesting episode. And, of course, this is just the first start of a series on mysteries at Dyersville. So there's plenty more episodes, plenty more action ahead. I do want to, as we close out, please email me your thoughts, comments, adam@adamsweb.us. Visit the show's website, and while you're there, please download a free copy of the first issue of Laser and Sword magazine at lasersword.adamsweb.us. And please join us live. We are on live every Sunday night at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And if we do change the times, we're not going to have a show. One great thing you can do is you can go to TalkShoe and you can put in and you can sign up to follow the show. That way, every time I schedule an episode, you'll get an email. So you'll be able to make it to the show, and if there's any change, you will know about it. And we definitely encourage live participation. Enjoy it. Questions, comments, always welcome. So please come on back. Also, our Dragnet show is continuing, and you can listen to that one live at TalkShoe.com at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night. Please join us for that. We appreciate comments and feedback there as well. For now, though, I thank everybody so much for listening. This is Adam Graham, signing off.